Nguyễn Đoàn Gia Tuấn, the runner-up for Cửu Long Tourism Ambassador 2021, is a young face beloved by many audiences. Tuấn is presently pursuing a master's degree at the HCMC University of Medicine and Pharmacy, as well as working as a picture model, freelance MC, and in a medical clinic. Tuấn, who was born into a poor household, rose through his own determination to become a brilliant lecturer, so that he might contribute to the country's art and education. Giving up, no matter what the situation, will only make things worse for you. Instead, try and remember that success is a journey, not a destination. This is also a proverb that he keeps in mind, giving him additional motivation to do new things every day. We will now meet this influential friend, Nguyễn Đoàn Gia Tuấn, Cửu Long Tourism Ambassador 2021.
Hello Gia Tuấn, welcome to this episode of The Journey to Cad NTHi
Hello Miss Hoàng and members of the audience. I'm delighted and privileged to be a guest on today's talk show. Being able to communicate and connect with Miss Hoàng allows me to understand more about Cad NTHi
The Journey to Cad NTHiserves as a link between people and the land of Cad NTHi. Many talented young individuals have participated in the program over time. And today we have another intriguing and talented young man. Hopefully the audience will learn a lot from our chat today. You were still a student at Draven University in 2019, and you took part in a Draven University contest that year. Then you proceeded to compete in various contests in the years that followed. Can you think of any more titles after taking part in your competition?
Every title that comes to me is a fate. I did not participate in the contest after it was launched in 2019. However, when I followed my friends as I cheered during the preliminary round, I noticed their confidence and pondered why I wasn't like that. I wanted to try it for myself, so I instantly signed up. After many rounds of competition such as talent and semi-finals, I was fortunate enough to enter the top 5 on the final night and was able to convey my view to the judges, who rated me as the winner. Following that, I competed in a lot of competitions, including Cửu Long Tourism Ambassador 2021, and I continued to finish in the top 2. And in 2023, I won another Mr. King contest. I consider myself really fortunate to have received assistance from everyone, to have learned many new lessons, and to have made friends with many individuals around me, while sharing my thoughts and inspirations with young people.
How have you grown as a person as a result of participating in so many competitions? How is your current self different from who you were before you entered the contest?
I used to be a fairly introverted and hot-tempered individual. I learned how to control and manage my emotions as a result of the competition. I can relate with people more effectively. I can understand, share, and sympathize with them. I can express my compassion for a situation, or spread energy and motivation to those around me by sharing my progress, or I can let my enthusiasm consume me.
I noticed you are quite active and confident. I'm curious if this style and demeanor are trained from a young age.
I used to be a really shy young man, but I learned a lot during my time of learning and practicing. I learned I needed to be confident in order to work and communicate with others. Many additional things were taught to me as a result of each competition. In the classroom, for example, I witnessed the students working naturally with one another. They understand, exchange, share their perspective, and boldly assert their voices. In terms of the art environment, I observe each person's passion for the job as well as their daring. They proclaim boldly what they want, need, and are capable of doing. Through that, I was able to understand what confidence meant to me and how to have it in a way that works for me, other people, and my workplace.
What terms would you use to describe your current personality traits and self-image?
I'll only use one word, easy. I believe that I am a person who connects with people easily, integrates effortlessly, and picks up new information quickly. For instance, I can interact with others around me in a classroom environment, and I can connect individuals with one another and hear about their everyday lives in other contexts. And from there, I can pick up a lot of knowledge that I can use to improve every day.
Everyone may be aware that Gia Tuấn histories of pursuing straight through time. Could you elaborate it on the story you told?
My starting point is not good. My family is a typical farming family and we're not wealthy. My mother, however, gave me encouragement as I studied. Mom stated that I should strive to study because the only way out of poverty is through education. I changed from being a boy with bad academic achievements to becoming more diligent and conscious because of those encouraging words. I was able to pass the entrance exam to major in medical testing at Javan University as a result. I also won a few scholarships from Vĩnh Long Province and Javan University Study Promotion Association during my 4 years of college. That assists me in paying for my school and living expenses.
You had to work very hard to get to where you are now. As far as I can tell, you are pursuing a master's degree to improve your abilities, right?
When I studied medicine, I found that this was a very noble profession. Not only can I cure illnesses, but I can also impart knowledge so that future generations can save even more lives. I then understood what I ought to train as a teacher in order to instruct the coming generation. I believe that I needed to keep studying to become a teacher after that. My passion for medicine is what drives me to pursue it, not money. Because a doctor requires enthusiasm, love for patients, and an understanding of their emotional and physical suffering. How to be sympathetic and share in order to help them get well.
Do you need to work other jobs to pay for graduate school?
Along with my studies, I have a part-time job at a pediatric clinic. In addition, I present shows, take pictures, and sing. It's not much, but it helps me take care part of my studies and become financially independent.
It seems that in addition to singing and hosting, you also practice taekwondo, right?
Yes, you are correct. I started just wanting to work out for myself, but later on I understood that I should compete and challenge myself because I was still young. In addition, I have a few minor accomplishments, such as a few provincial gold medals.
How do you balance your time between studying, working, and all of your other interests and passions, including singing, hosting performances, participating in school movements, practicing martial arts, etc.?
Since I truly love what I do, I can always make things work for the circumstances. For instance, I put my study schedule first when I have to study. I watch programs to hone my MC skills, work on my vocal range, and practice martial arts at home in my spare time.
Apart from self-improvement, you are recognized for being an extremely engaged student at your university. You were honored with a particular title in 2021, correct?
I received recognition for the Vietnamese Students' Beautiful Stories campaign that year. I want to have more of an impact on the community and society as a young student. I also took part in a few minor events, like giving blood as a volunteer. Blood donation, in my opinion, can save lives. As far as the Green Summer campaign goes, I assist with cleaning up communes and wards. Additionally, the nation as a whole collaborated to combat the COVID-19 pandemic during the most recent outbreak. Additionally, I have attempted to combat the epidemic in the province of Javan. There are numerous checkpoints because here is the crossroads of numerous other provinces. I saw the suffering of those who were unable to return to their native province after leaving the city.
What role did you play in the pandemic response at the time?
I tested people for communal COVID and vaccinated them.
Your parents must be concerned about you when you engage in such activities, right?
Yes, you're correct. They were quite concerned. However, my parents always agreed with my choices. My parents are always in favor of such choices because they appreciate that I give back to the community and society.
We've been talking for a while, and it's clear that Gia Tuấn is a driven and ambitious man. What do you think about the spirit and values of today's youth then?
Many people believe that in terms of material possessions and technology, today's youth is more fortunate than those of past generations. However, I think today's youth are incredibly gifted and forward-thinking. They desire to put great ideas into action and think independently. They dare to take risks and accomplish their goals because they are bold and self-assured. I wish to share with today's youth the following message. Believe in yourself, act on your convictions, take action right away, and sacrifice yourself for your passion.
Is it true that young people today have a greater opportunities for self-expression and self-assertion? The team also wants to use the program to foster relationships between youth and to highlight Cần Thơ, a vibrant community that draws a lot of tourists.
In my opinion, Cần Thơ is a highly developed city with enormous economic and tourism potential. Additionally, I want Cần Thơ youth to take action to promote tourism in the city and increase public awareness of Cần Thơ. Discover the splendor of Cần Thơ and its well-known sites like the Bình Thủy Ancient House and the Cái Răng Floating Market.
Have you selected any locations to introduce to the audience in today's episode of The Journey to Cần Thơ?
A buddy introduced me to Bình Thủy Ancient House. After doing some study, I discovered that it is a truly unique house that combines French, Chinese, and Vietnamese architecture styles. I'm quite interested to see what it's like and what benefits it offers. I'd like to invite Miss Huang and the audience to follow me right now.
Located at number 142/144 Bùi Hữu Nghĩa, Bình Thủy, Cần Thơ. Bình Thủy Ancient House is a must-visit location for everybody visiting Cần Thơ.
Hello everyone, I'm currently at Bình Thủy Ancient House. I was introduced to this place by a friend and because of its architecture and history. Let's take a tour with me now.
Built in 1870, on an approximate 6,000 square meter space facing east to west, with a ground level 1 meter above the garden, the home exudes a sense of nostalgia while remaining distinctive, vivacious, lyrical and modern. The exquisite elegance of the decorative lines from the arched columns to the embossed motifs that are still very intact is something that tourists cannot help but notice while they are standing inside the yard and looking at the exterior of the house. The system of windows that ensures the house has enough ventilation can be found going up the stairs via the front of the building. The homeowner arranged the interior by the law of symmetry with yin, yang, left, right, front, back, and extremely delicate arrangement starting with the pillars and ending with the room layout.
Hi, mister. The incredibly ornate architecture of the house astonished me so much when I took a tour of it recently. Could you explain the historical formation of the house and the architectural styles it combines?
This house was built by my great-grandfather, who is the fourth generation. I am the seventh generation. He looked into a lot of locations before building this house. This house has a French mansion aesthetic. Ordinarily, stairs would be constructed to go up in the middle. But according to the Feng Shui, these stairs begin on both sides. Visitors think this house is quite attractive. Two things about it. First, it's spacious and light. And second, because it faces southeast, there's a constant cool breeze coming in.
I believe that this place has both old and modern chandeliers, tables and chairs. Could you tell me where it came from? Did you bring it with you or did Vietnamese people make it?
He carried back the flower lantern in the center, which has 6 colors with him at the time. The lights here are identical. These are a pair of French-style Louis chairs, crafted by skilled Vietnamese artisans. This house has 24 pillars and a French painter also painted the ceiling. Every carving in the house has significance because it was made by an artist. It has parallel sentences like Tùng Cúc Trúc Mai, Ngũ Phúc Long, Xuân Hạ Tu Đông. A campus in the center represents the word happiness, phúc.
I see that there are a lot of crockery and porcelains in the house, so I also want to know more about these items.
He used to be quite passionate about antique vases, cups, and bowls. And he collected and imported them from China to spruce up his house. He built the house first to receive guests, then to worship his grandparents and the Chương families.
What is the worship like and how is the maintenance?
Here, on January the 7th, the descendants were assembled to commemorate the anniversary of their ancestors' death. Regarding the maintenance, an American business collaborates on it. This enables us to maintain the house sustainability. Notifying the other party of any degraded areas allows them to arrange for restoration rather than us having to do it alone.
Being one of the few ancient houses that have withstood the test of time, this one is important for research and for understanding the habits and culture of the Mekong Delta residents during the transitional era between the 2 centuries. The project's distinct style is a result of its clever and practical acquisition and application, which amply illustrates how the rich class in the Mekong Delta region, and specifically Cad N THiinteracted with architecture in the 19th and 20th century. An increasing number of people are drawn to the Binh Thủy ancient home due to its historical architectural significance and recognition as a national art treasure.
This seems like a really fascinating location. We can visit a lot of different locations in Cad N THiCome with us to Cad N THiWelcome to Cad N THi City.
I am grateful for your amazing experience at Binh Thủy Ancient House. I hope all your goals and aspirations come true soon. In the foreseeable future, you've become a better version of yourself.
I want to show my gratitude to Ms. Hoàng and the program for providing the platform for me to share my thoughts, engage with the audience, and discover more fascinating aspects of Cad N THi.
Again, I'm very grateful. This also marks the end of the journey to Cad N THi. I appreciate the audience interest. We are grateful to the sponsors that help make the program possible. Goodbye and see you again.